we have learned about some new words, new vocabulary words. We have learned some one-word substitution. And we also read some basic concept of English, like we learned that noun is a parts of speech. There are total 9 parts of speech, about transitive verbs and intransitive verbs. And in this class, we are going to start with noun, right? Just a minute. Just a minute. So we will be starting noun today. Okay, let me first select the pen. Okay. Now, as I told you in yesterday's class, as I told you, noun is the name of a person, place, thing, quality, condition, and action. Noun is basically a name. Any naming word, whether it is a name of a person or it is a name of a place or a thing or a quality or a company, anything, any naming word, any name is known as noun. For example, there are 2 examples which you can see on your screen. Ram lives in Delhi. So Ram is the name of a boy and Delhi is a place, capital of India. I live in Hyderabad. Hyderabad is also a place. So Ram, Delhi, and Hyderabad are nouns here, right? Now, there are certain types of noun. There are in total 5 types of noun. Proper noun, common noun, collective noun, material noun, and abstract noun. And as far as this collective noun part is concerned, you have already read about collective nouns in subject-verb agreement. We have already read a rule related to collective noun in subject-verb agreement, right? So there are in total 5 types of noun: proper noun, common noun, collective noun, material noun, and finally abstract noun. So now let us, if we consider proper noun, you need to understand that the name of a specific person or place or thing is called proper noun. The name of a specific person, place, or thing is called proper noun. If I say, I know many girls. So girls, you do not know who I'm talking about particularly, but if I'm say I know Garima, so Garima is someone specific here. Garima is someone specific here. For example, if I say I visited Ranthambore last year, so Ranthambore is a particular place, but if I say I visited a city last year, this is not a particular thing, a particular place. City can be, any city can be there, right? So when I talk about a specific person, like when I'm talking about Ram, a specific place like Delhi, Hyderabad, or a specific thing like LG refrigerator, then in that case, these words are known as proper noun. These words are known as proper noun. Okay. This noun denotes the name of a proper person, proper place, or proper thing. Example of proper place are Jaipur, Chandigarh, London, Washington, anything. Proper person are Garima, Neha. Singular verb is used with proper noun. Singular verb is used with proper nouns. Okay. Common noun. This noun denotes common person and places, or you can say that it includes name given to person or things of specific class or type. Okay. So listen, I'm writing 2 sentences on your screen. Just look at them. Just consider these 2 sentences. First, I'm writing Garima lives in Delhi and reads the Ramayana every day. So this sentence, what I wrote here, I have written here, Garima lives in Delhi and reads the Ramayana every day. Now the second sentence is, a girl lives in a city and reads a book every day. Garima lives in Delhi and reads the Ramayana every day. A girl lives in a city and reads a book every day. If I talk about the first sentence, what do you think? Which words are noun here? Garima, a particular girl. Delhi, a specific place. The Ramayana, a particular or specific book. Right? Each and everything is specific here. So all these are example of proper noun. Now coming to the second sentence, a girl lives in a city and reads a book here. Nouns are girl, name of a race or its gender, city, name of a place, book, name of something which we read, right? All these three are nouns here, but do you know about which girl I'm talking here, or about which city I'm talking here, or about which book I'm referring here? No, we do not know anything about it. So you need to understand that the examples in the first sentence, all of them are proper noun, and the example in the second sentence, all of them are common. All of them are common nouns. When we are referring a class, when we are referring a race, when we are referring the same kind of things, then the words are known as common noun. But when we're talking about a particular thing, particular place, particular person, in that case, those words are known as proper noun, right? Okay, common noun. This noun denotes common persons and places, or you can say that it includes name given to person or things of specific class or type. Boy, girl, common person, village, city, common place, phone and book, common thing. Book is a common thing, but Ramayana is a specific book. Again, village, city is a common noun, but Washington is a proper noun. Understand? Got my point? This is the basic difference between these two nouns. Now, material noun. Okay, so I'm not going to teach you collective noun here. We have already read in our subject verb agreement session that collective nouns represent collection of things or persons. We have already done that we have already read about this in subject verb agreement. Material noun. Anything, any material present on the earth are called material noun. What I'm saying, anything, all the materials, all the stuff from which things are made are called material noun. Everything is included in material noun. Cotton, silk, glass, plastic, milk, paper, etc. Any material through which things are made, any such stuff comes under the category of material noun. Now the last one is abstract noun. This noun denotes quality, condition, feelings and ideas of a person. This noun denotes quality, condition, feelings and ideas of a person. Right? For example, Or you can write it in a different manner as well. You can say, this noun denotes stages of life, one thing, ideas of a person, which you can say in another words. You can say feelings of a person, quality of a person. We are talking about the fourth type of noun, which is abstract noun, and abstract noun covers three things: stages of life, feelings of person, quality of a person. Stages of life, feelings of person, and quality of a person. If I talk about stages of life are childhood, adulthood, teenage. All these are your stages of life. Feelings of a person: happiness, sadness, anger. All these are feelings of a person. Quality of a person: what quality do we humans possess? Honesty, loyalty. All these are qualities that humans have in their basic nature. So in total, there are 5 types of nouns: proper noun, common noun, collective noun, material noun, and abstract noun. Apart from these types, there is another type of noun: countable nouns and uncountable nouns. And also about countable and uncountable nouns, we have covered them in our subject verb agreement session. I told you, I explained each and every minute detail related to countable and uncountable noun. And for repetition, countable nouns are the nouns which we can count. So if we can count, we can categorize them in 2 terms: singular nouns and plural nouns. Uncountable nouns are those nouns which we cannot count. Singular countable nouns take singular verb with them. Plural countable nouns take plural verb with them. Uncountable nouns always take singular verb with them. Is that clear to everyone? So in total, you can say there are 7 types of nouns. See, each and every chapter is interrelated to each other. So you need to revise the chapter, then you should move on to the next chapter, right? Okay. So now coming part is noun and case. So okay. First, let us understand what do we mean by noun and case. Noun and case basically tells you that in how many types we can use noun in English. What I'm saying, noun and case will tell you that in how many types we can use noun in English. Okay. So we consider 4 types of case in nouns, as you can see on your screen: nominative and subjective case, accusative or objective case, dative case, and possessive case. Okay. I already told you in our last session that only noun and pronoun, just these two, just noun and pronoun, only these 2 parts of speech can work as subject and object of the sentence. This is what mentioned here in the first 2 points: nominative or subjective case, accusative or objective case. Third one is dative case, and fourth one is possessive case. Okay, first sentence is Ram runs fast. So I'm talking about a particular person. Ram is the name of a particular person. So Ram is what here? Proper noun. And how the Ram is behaving in the sentence? It is working as the subject of the sentence. This is what the subjective case defines. The subjective case defines that a noun can be used as the subject of the sentence. A subjective case says that a noun can be used as the subject of the sentence, right? Okay. I invited Ram. Now, in this sentence, I is the subject, invited is the verb. Now, I invited whom? I invited Ram. So, Ram is the object here. And Ram is the name of a specific person. So, in this sentence, your noun is working as an object. So, this is what the executive or objective case defines. The objective case says a noun can work as an object in the sentence. The subjective case says a noun can work as the subject in a sentence. Is it clear to everyone? Now, dative case. I'm writing two sentences. Ram runs fast. Ram, come here. In both the sentence, your subject is Ram. Ram is a proper noun, and if we consider both the sentences, Ram is behaving, Ram is working as the subject of the sentence. You need to tell me, you need to examine these sentences very carefully, and you need to tell me what is the difference between the subject of the sentence. Do you think that both the sentences are of same time? Do you think there is no difference in these sentences? Ram runs fast, Ram come here. So see, if I talk about the first sentence, Ram runs fast, right? If I talk about this sentence, then it's not necessary Ram should be in front of me. It is not necessary for Ram to be in front of me when I speak this sentence. For example, I'm talking to my mother that there is a student in my class whose name is Ram and he runs fast. It's totally true. Ram is not here with me and my mother, right? The second sentence is Ram, come here. I'm inviting Ram. I'm telling him to come here, come near me, right? Are you getting my point? So for the second sentence, I am calling Ram by his name. I'm doing what? I'm calling Ram by his name. See, there is a word called address. In dative case means when you address a noun. Dative case means when you address a noun. When you call a noun by his or her name, when the noun is present in front of you and you call him by his or her name, him or her by his or her name, then that particular case is known as dative case. For example, whenever some leader, whenever any famous politician or leader starts his speech in English, then at that point of time, how he starts, ladies and gentlemen. So he is addressing to the people who are listening to him. What I'm saying, he is particularly addressing to the people who are listening to him. So in the same way, in the first sentence, there are chances that Ram is not in front of me. But in the second sentence, I'm calling Ram by his name, right? And he is standing or sitting in front of me. And this is what dative case is going to define in noun. Subjective case or nominative case says that noun can behave as a subject in the sentence. Accusative case or objective case says noun can work as object in the sentence. Dative case says that we can address noun. Dative case says that we can address noun. We can call a noun by his or her name. Now, fourth comes is the possessive. What do you people mean by possession? You have also learnt about this in our subject verb agreement session. Possession. Anything is my possession that belongs to me. Anything that belongs to me, that is mine, is my possession. For example, this remote, it's mine. So remote is my possession. This pen is mine. It's my possession, right? Possessive case. Could you tell me, could anybody of you tell me how we represent a possessive case of noun? How we represent the possession of a noun? Do you know? Could you tell me, please? See, I have a pen. Niyati is my name. So I need to show my possession. So I'll say Niyati's pen. Niyati's remote. Apostrophe. This comma is known as apostrophe. And after that, it is followed by S. Apostrophe S is being used. Apostrophe S is used to represent possessive case of noun. We can show the possession of noun by adding apostrophe S after the noun. By adding apostrophe S after the noun. Is that clear to everyone? Are you getting my point here? Okay. Could you just tell me, have you seen somewhere his pen? She's car. Have you seen it somewhere? No. He or she or I or you, they, we, all these words are pronouns. We cannot use apostrophe S with pronouns. We can only and only use apostrophe S with the nouns. Is it clear to everyone? So all these are four cases of noun. All these are four cases of noun. Noun can be used as the subject of the sentence. Noun can be used as the object of the sentence. We can call a noun by his or her name. We can call the noun. We can address the noun. Possessive case. We can show the possession of noun by adding apostrophe S after it. By adding apostrophe S after it. So these are the four fields. These are the four manners in which how noun is used in English language. Right? Nominative and subjective case. In this case, noun is used as the subject of the sentence. Accusative, objective case. In this case, noun is used as the object of the sentence. Sham lives in village. Sham, noun hai. Delhi is my favorite place. Delhi is the noun here. I live in Delhi. Delhi is the object here. I is the subject, live is the verb, Delhi is object. I have given my notebook to Garima. To whom? To Garima. Object, dative case. In this case, noun is being addressed in the sentence. Ram read carefully. Sita walks slowly. Ram and Sita are being addressed in this sentence. Possessive case. In this case, possession of noun is shown in the sentence. And of course, apostrophe is used to show the possession. Rahul's notebook. Riya's book. Is that clear? Okay, moving on to the next slide. Find errors if any. So, okay, fine. This is now the favorite part of my class. Find errors if many. There are certain points. Meera's car, Meera's Agarwal car, Meera Agarwal's an entrepreneur car, Meera Agarwal's an entrepreneur in India car. The teapot's handle is golden in color. Keyboard's keys are not working well. No one can escape death's hand. Spring's charms is mesmerizing. She studies in a girls' college. She studies in a women's college. She is a lady doctor. Okay, so there are 10 to 9 to 10 bullet points in front of you, and you people need to find errors in them. Okay. This is what we have written on the last slide, Niyati's pen. Similarly, we can write Meera's car. It is totally correct. Meera's Agarwal. Now, no, the whole name is Meera Agarwal. So we do not write apostrophe S with Meera. We would add apostrophe S to the last name. It would be correct in the form Meera Agarwal's car. Meera Agarwal's an entrepreneur in India car. Meera Agarwal, she's an entrepreneur in India's car. Indian car, not India's car. The teapot's handle is golden in color. Okay, so there are 2 points. There are 2 sentences in front of you. The teapot's handle is golden in color. Keyboard's keys are not working well. What do you think about these sentences? Do you think that these sentences are correct, or do you think that these sentences are wrong? Okay, first of all, let us consider that in the first sentence, apostrophe S is attached to teapot, and in the second sentence, apostrophe S is attached to keyboard. What do you people think is common about these 2 words? Do you really think that is there anything which is common about these words? Yes, there is a thing which is common about it. See, teapot is what? Teapot is non-living thing, and keyboard is what? Keyboard is also a non-living thing. Now, you people need to remember, dear students, you need to remember that with non-living things, we can never use apostrophe S. There will be certain exceptions which we are going to read later in our sessions, in our next sessions. But for now, you need to remember one thing, that with non-living things, we can never use apostrophe S. So if I talk about these 2 sentences, the teapot's handle is golden in color and keyboard's keys are not working well, although both the sentences are wrong. So what is the correct way? How we are going to correct these sentences? The correct version is the handle of the teapot is of golden color. One thing. Second sentence will become the keys of the keyboard are not working properly. So this is the form through which we can write these sentences in correct version. Instead of the teapot's handle, The handle of the teapot. Instead of the keyboard's keys, the keys of the keyboard are not working properly. No one can escape death's hand. Okay. Spring's charms is mesmerizing. Now, you people must be thinking that ma'am has recently told us that we cannot use apostrophe s with non-living things, then these sentences should also be wrong because death, or we can say spring, both the things are non-living things. Do you know anything? Do you know anything about the word personification? What do you people know about personification? What do you mean by personification? Personification means to consider a non-living thing as living things. What I have written on the screen, I have written to consider, personification means to consider a non-living thing as a living thing. Now, how is that possible? Let me write a sentence. The sun glared at me with his cruel eyes. Right? Now, glared at means to see in an angry mood, to watch rudely or angrily. We read a synonym of glared yesterday, glower. Glower also means the same, to see someone or something angrily. Now, the sun glared at me with his cruel eyes. Do you people think that is it possible for the sun to have eyes? Is it possible for the sun to have eyes? No, it is not possible. Now, in this sentence, I'm considering a non-living thing, which is sun, as living thing because I am relating eyes with the sun. So the process of considering a non-living thing, a living thing is known as personification. Is known as personification. Okay, so spring is of course a non-living thing. Death is also a non-living thing. These were the words which were present in the sentences, which are there in the sentences. Spring and death. Both of these things are non-living things. And with springs, the word was written charm. Charming. I've written here charming. Charming is a quality that is often used for humans. She has a charming smile. Charming is used for humans. With death, the word is used hands. Only living things can have hands, right? Is that color? Are you getting my, are you getting my point, right? So now, spring is a non-living thing, but we are saying that spring is charming or spring has charms. Death is a non-living thing, but we are saying that death has hands. That means we are personifying these two words. That means we are considering them as living beings, and if we are going to consider them as living beings, then the process is known as personification. So now you need to remember in case of personification, We can use apostrophe s in case of personification. We can use apostrophe s with non-living things. So this has now become an exception of the previous rule. What your previous rule said? Your previous rule says that we cannot use apostrophe s with non-living things. Your new rule says that in case of personification, we can use apostrophe s with non-living things. Is that clear? Okay. There are certain other exceptions. There are certain other exceptions related to this rule. There are certain other non-living things with which we can use apostrophes that we are going to do in our next session, that is tomorrow. Now, moving again to those sentences. No one can escape death's hand, totally correct. Spring charms is mesmerizing, totally correct. She studies in a girls' college. See, when you reach college, you have crossed a girl's age, right? Girls' college is never a right word. You should always say women's college. You can say girls' school. Women's college. She is a lady doctor. How many of you think that this is a correct sentence? How many of you think that lady doctor is a correct phrase? See, you need to understand lady. Lady is a word used particularly for females to show respect to them. What I'm saying, lady is not a gender word. Lady does not mean females. Lady means a word used for females to show them respect. Like the wife of president is known as first lady of the country. So lady is a word which is used to show respect to a female. Lady does not denote female. So lady doctor is always a wrong phrase. Lady doctor is always and always a wrong phrase. The correct word should be, there are two possibilities. Either you people can say women doctor, or you people can say female doctor. If I talk about the preferred version is women doctor, but both are correct. You can use female doctor, you can use women doctor. Are you getting my point? Lady doctor is a wrong word, is a wrong phrase. Lady is a word which is used to respect females. It is not used to denote the gender female. Okay. This is Ramesh's pen. This is Agarwal and Sons shop. Ram's and Sham's brother is very naughty. Ram's and Sham's fathers are good friends. My mother's cousin's brother is working in IT sector. My sister's husband's mother is not well. Okay. First, let's just consider the last two sentences. These two sentences. So, what do you people think that is common in both the sentences? Do you found any relevance in both the sentences? Yes, there is. In the first sentence, there are two nouns, mother and cousins. Both the nouns are adjacent to each other, are neighbors of each other, and both the nouns have apostrophe s after them. One thing. Second thing, the same is happening in the last sentence. My sister's husband's mother is not well. There are two nouns. One is sister, another one is husband. Both the nouns have apostrophe s after them, and both the nouns are adjacent to each other. Adjacent to each other, they are lying together. They are neighbors of each other, right? So you need to remember. You need to remember one simple thing, and the thing is two adjacent nouns can never have apostrophe s. Means if there are two nouns that are standing together, both of them cannot have apostrophe s. One can have, but not both of them. If there are two nouns which are adjacent to each other, which are neighbors to each other, both of them cannot have apostrophe s. Only one of them can have apostrophe s. Now the question arises how we are going to correct these sentences. We need to correct, of course. So how we are going to correct these sentences? See, the brother of my mother's cousin is working in IT sector. One thing. Next is the mother of my sister's husband is not. What you people need to do, start from the possession, brother. The possession here is brother. Put the before the brother, then put O after brother, the brother of my mother's cousin. Remove this apostrophe s, is working in IT sector. The same is happening in the next sentence. Start it with the possession, mother. Put the before possession and of after the possession, the mother of my sister's husband. Remove the second apostrophe s, is not well. So the correct versions of both the wrong sentences are: the brother of my mother's cousin is working in IT sector. The mother of my sister's husband is not well. Is that clear to everyone? Okay. Now coming to the third and fourth sentence. Ram's and Sham's brother is very naughty. Ram's and Sham's fathers are good friends. What do you think? Do you find any relevance between these two sentences? Do you think, is there anything common in these two sentences? Yes. In these sentences, two nouns are joined with and both the nouns have apostrophe s. And both the nouns have apostrophe s. Is it clear? Right. Now see, Ram's and Sham's brother is very naughty. Ram's and Sham's father are good friends. First, you need to learn if there are two nouns. Two nouns. Wait. If there are two nouns and they have one possession, both the nouns have a single possession, then in that case, only put apostrophe s with the second noun. One thing. if there are two nouns joined with and, because we already know that with adjacent nouns, both the nouns cannot have apostrophes. If there are two nouns joined with and they have different possessions, then in that case, both nouns have apostrophe s. What I have written here, I have written here if there are two nouns and both the nouns have one possession, then in that case only the second noun is going to have an apostrophe s after it. And if there are two nouns and both the nouns have different possessions, then in that case both the nouns are going to have apostrophe s after them. See, if there are three sisters, Niyati, Geeta, and Sita. So Niyati has a sister Sita, Geeta has also a sister Sita. So what we are going to say, Niyati and Sita's sister is very naughty. Niyati and Geeta's sister, who is Sita, is very naughty. The same is happening in the above sentence, brother. There is just one brother here. So Ram's brother is him and Sham's brother is him as well, right? So in that case, we will remove this first apostrophe s and the correct sentence will be Ram and Sham's brother is very naughty. Coming to the second sentence, if I say Niyati and Garima are friends, if I say Niyati and Garima are friends, if I say Niyati's and Garima's fathers are good friends. Now in that case, Niyati has a different father and Garima has a different father. Are you getting my point? There are two girls, Niyati and Garima, and there are two fathers. Each girl has a father as a possession here. So in that case, Niyati's and Garima's fathers are good friends. So the second sentence, Ram's and Sham's fathers are good friends, is correct. I am repeating it. If there are two nouns, if there is a single possession, then write the apostrophes only with the letter noun. Letter noun means with the second noun. And the another rule says if there are two nouns, both the nouns have different possessions, then in that case, apostrophe s will be used with both the nouns. Is that clear to everyone? Okay. Now, because time has a limit always, so let us first complete one word substitution, right? And we'll be continuing this class in our tomorrow's session. Dissection of a dead, oh sorry, it is yesterday, right? Yeah, see here, the word glower is present and it has a synonym, glare. Oh, maybe I've forgotten to add the slide here. No issues. Let us revise these one word substitutions. Okay. I have forgotten to add the slide. Dissection of a dead body to find the cause of death. Autopsy. Feeling inside you which tells you what is right and what is wrong is conscience. Animal that can live on land and water, amphibians. Somebody who scientifically studies the birds. Ornithologist, a man who wastes his money on luxury, extravagant, a schoolboy who frequently bunks classes, truant, a person who is well known for negative things is notorious, someone having many skills, versatile, something that causes death, fatal, poison is fatal. To look at someone in an angry or threatening way, the right word is glower. Let us revise the rules which we have read today. We cannot use apostrophe s with non-living things. The teapot's handle is golden in color. Wrong, the handle of the teapot is golden in color. Keyboard's keys are not working well. The keys of the keyboard are not working well, but while personifying things, non-living things, apostrophe is used if the possession of two nouns is same. Then apostrophe is only used with the letter noun. Sehrawat and son, Chaudhary and grandsons. This is a very common thing which you generally found written on the shops like Sehrawat and sons, Chaudhary and grandsons. Ram's and Sham's brother is very naughty. If the possession of two nouns is different, then we use apostrophe with both the nouns. Dinkar's in Nirala's poem, Ram's and Sham's fathers are good friends. See, Dinkar was a different poet, Nirala was a different poet. So, in that case, do not use double apostrophe adjacently. We have already done this. So, for today, this is it. From tomorrow class, we are going to read this apostrophe S rules only a bit more in detail. There are certain more exceptions in the case of non-living thing. We are going to learn them tomorrow. And of course, we are going to learn new words of substitution and vocabulary tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye. Take care.